Last week, it was revealed that Donald Trump is using one of his own former ambassadors, Richard Grinnell, to serve as a current, what he's calling an envoy ambassador, which, as Dave Weigel for the Washington Post pointed out, that's like somebody calling somebody a singer-musician because it's a redundant title. But either way, he's appointed Richard Grinnell to be his envoy ambassador to Serbia and Kosovo, where he is, we can only assume, negotiating foreign policy on behalf of the former president, which is not something that's allowed. In fact, it's a violation of most likely several federal laws. So when the Biden administration found this out, did they say, hey, cool, we're going to have the DOJ look into this? Did they say this is a disgrace and an absolute embarrassment for the United States? No, they didn't do either of those. What they did was they made fun of Trump because that's what's so fun to do, right? They said this: outside of his very active imagination, Donald Trump is no longer president and doesn't have any envoy ambassadors representing the United States. That is what a White House spokesperson told the press on Thursday of last week. Imagine, he's president only in his mind. Ha! We shan't worry about that. We're above this. He's breaking multiple federal laws. And for the record, those federal laws are the Logan Act, which prevents private citizens from negotiating on behalf of the federal government. That's basically putting it in a nutshell. It's much more expansive than that. Or possibly, the Foreign Agents Registration Act, which says if you're going to lobby on behalf of a foreign government here in the United States, you have to be registered to do that, otherwise you're breaking the law. Grinnell has not registered as a foreign agent. Donald Trump is a private citizen, as is Grinnell, so they can't be over there negotiating with foreign leaders. That is illegal. Negotiating with foreign countries is, in fact, the role of the U.S. government, and only the U.S. government. So my question, and it's a question I have about so very many issues, and a lot of people on the left are starting to ask these questions as well, like, what the hell is it going to take, Biden administration? What the hell is it going to take, Attorney General Merrick Garland? These aren't people that you just laugh at and say, haha, everybody look at the stupid idiot. Oh my God, what a fool. No, you say, haha, look at the stupid idiot. Now we're going to prosecute you because you broke the law. Imagine if we had taken this kind of approach to the Capitol rioters, right? I mean, those people showed up there looking like absolute psychopaths. A lot of them looking like crazy people. You know, the guy in the big horn helmet, who is now facing a very lofty prison sentence. We could have sat back and just laughed at them and mocked them and said, oh man, what idiots. They thought they were going to overturn the election. They broke into the Capitol. What a bunch of buffoons. Anyway, let's move on. No, we didn't do that. Well, we did that. But we also talked about how dangerous it was, how terrifying it is for the future of this country. And then, of course, we began prosecuting them, because that's what you do with people who break the law. You want to mock them and make fun of them? Fine, I'm all for that. I do it every day. It's fun sometimes. But I'm not in a position where I could prosecute these people, because I promise you, if I were, I'd probably prosecute first and make fun of second, because that's what needs to happen. What we have seen far too often in this country, whether it's politicians, CEOs, or hell, sometimes even average people, if they break the law and there is no accountability, there is no penalty, there is no punishment, do you know what happens in a lot of these cases, especially with the politicians and the CEOs? They do it again. And they do it to a larger degree. That's why you have to stop it. That's why you have to stop that behavior. That's why you have to punish these individuals. But instead, the Biden administration thought, you know what, we could prosecute them, probably got 2 federal laws they've broken here. But isn't it so much more fun just to make fun of them and get some headlines that way? No, it's not. Please prosecute them.